We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Mass Effect. And they carry on with our playthrough today. So the last episode we had Shepard and co found the beacon on Eden Prime, and it grabbed him, pulled him in and blew him up, and we left him unconscious on the spaceport. And this is where we pick up just after that.
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction? Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell him? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
Bit too chipper, what the hell?
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the
Perhaps
ambassador
not.
and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Alright, so I think this episode's going to be a little talky. Going to have a run round, pick up what we can from the ship, get to know what's going on here a little bit. No, oh, that sucked. Still, Codex entry, XP, always good. But yeah, out and out. So I remember something being in here. Maybe not.
Hey, Commander.
So, Chelash.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
Gotta decide which character I want to romance. I think it's probably going to be either Ashley or Liara later on down the line. Kind of lean towards Ashley, she's like, yeah, better looking. You know, not an alien.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Yay, Paragon points.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Gotta like a mentality.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Yeah, seems like some great technology is sticking your head.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Let's grab contents of my locker. Some guns. Never have too many guns. Got a quick run up here. Grab, I believe. He says. Maybe it's later on. Codex entries sort of open up as the game goes on, rather than just being immediately available. There is one up there.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Anything else to say?
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
No, apparently not. Sort of shifty in the captain's quarters. Pretty dingy.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
No, nothing going on there. Right, we'll take a little trip downstairs. This lift is ridiculously slow, so I think I'll speed the procedure up for you. There we go. Head downstairs. I forget what this place is called. Cargo bay, something like that. So, got Mako. I'll get pretty familiar with that in a bit. Come on. There we go. Crew lockers. So if you want to change your group's loadout, this is where you do it. Because whilst on board the Normandy, if you hit the inventory key, it only brings up my own. So I have to come down here to do anybody else's gear, which is a bit annoying. I don't know why they've done it that way. So let's have a look at acquiring some more arms and armour.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
He's not wrong. As you go around through the game, you find various merchants, various planets and such like, and some of them will have licenses for sale, which allow you to buy products from different companies. You've got Elkos Combine, Hanikada is the opening one, which I believe he already has. There's a few others that I can't remember now, I'm on the spot. As you pick them up, you get a better range of equipment. It's well worthwhile. They're not actually that expensive. The gear is, but the licenses aren't really.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
That was rather uneducational.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
I think that's everything there.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright. Let's get rid of some of the stuff I need. That was rubbish, so we'll get rid of that. Now how do I do that then? Oh, I see. Piercing rounds, need some of those. Chemical rounds. Those I think might be useful. Won't need 3 combat sensors. This only shows stuff that you haven't got installed on weapons at the moment for weapon upgrades, so I can get rid of that and that. Fusion explosive. Don't think I want that. I'm the only one who uses explosives, so... And same goes for that. Radioactive rounds. Oh yeah, so chemical rounds are quite good. These are not so useful. Apart from against biotics, but even then. Better off just killing them rather than slowing them down. I'll hang on to that because it might be useful. That's the rubbish-based pistol that you start out the game with, so we'll get rid of those. Drop down on them. Those are slightly better, but don't think... I'll hold on to one, just in case. Right, oh, that's the one I started off with, it's rubbish. Starting one of those. Light armour, I don't think that'll be any use to me either. We'll be getting a Turian friend before long, but that won't help. I won't keep showing you all this stuff, just give you the general gist of how the menu's working. Keep that because that will be useful later on. Ooh, two quite good shotguns, so let's get rid of these rubbish ones. I think we had another one, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, so that's everything I want to sell. I'll hang on to this in case it's useful later on, which for the most part I know it will be, so I've always got to sell me. A little bit beyond my price range at the moment. I've got 1,000. Well, 2,000. Still, I doubt there'll be very much I can afford at that kind of price, certainly no armour. Pistol. Okay, compare it to what I've got. It's not as good anyway. Yeah, not as good anyway. More grenades. More Medigel. Now, Medigel will be useful. So, I'll have that upgrade. And that's basically everything. Buyback option for the stuff you sold if you've cocked it up and sold the wrong thing. Okay, as I say, I won't keep showing you all that stuff because it'll get fairly boring fairly quickly. With things like Medigel upgrades and grenade capacity upgrades, you don't need to equip them or anything. So. That's our Element 0 core, should we see? Come on. Check the engineer. Okay, not to say. So. That's the lower levels. Let's head back up top. Okay. Actually, I think it was slower on the PS3, that lift ride. Don't know whether this version of the game's just set up a little better. So again, dash me. Back in CIC.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Galaxy map. Well, that's me told, isn't it? Come on. Awkward sod. I don't think there's anything back down that way, so we will press on.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
So cool. For those who haven't played the game before, the faster than light travel thing basically works. You find a mass relay at sublight speeds, and then use that to jump into another one, whichever it might be connected to.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower, too.
Look at that monster! Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side, then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
That would have been slightly cooler without the jumpy loading screen, but there we go.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Doesn't strike me as all that democratic, to be honest.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime. In case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
No, they wouldn't, I suppose.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
Bitch.
And that's why I hate politicians.
What she said. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed that. Just a little short episode. I think I'm going to keep them a little bit shorter because an hour and a half's a bit, well, it's way too long really. It's a nightmare for me to edit and upload, and it takes forever to watch, so well, an hour and a half, funnily enough. So we'll pick this up in a moment. Thank you very much for watching, as always, and if you liked, hit that subscribe button, the like button, so on. And if you're interested, I'm on Twitter and Facebook as well. You can keep up to date with what I'm doing, what's going on with the channel, that sort of thing. Thank you very much for watching.